I.O.W. Sports Network presents Around the Diamond with Jersey's finest. Your host, JerzeyBoy MJ.
Yo. What is going on, I.O.W.? What is going on, my peoples around the world? This is your boy, JerzeyBoy MJ. And we is here live to kick it with baseball. Nothing but baseball talk here. This is my first debut podcast by myself. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have my guest on in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna get through the beginning portion. First of all, I want to thank I.O.W. for giving me this opportunity to have my own baseball podcast. Baseball has been my passion since I was a young kid. I fell in love with the sport maybe 4 or 5 years old. And here I am now. Still repping baseball, and I always will. It's just my sport. It's my passion. It's my love. So, what better way to come on here and talk about something that I appreciate and love the sport of. First thing I do want to address, I just want to say I want to dedicate this show. I want to dedicate this show to my mom and dad who passed away. 17 and 18. I just want to say, I love you guys and miss yous, and I hope you make you guys proud. So with that being said, we are going to get into baseball talk. We will talk about everything possible. Even though I'm a huge Yankee fan, we will talk about any team, any player, any division, playoff race, the hot takes on it. We will talk about everything. But I will tell you this. About the last 15, 20 minutes of this show, we will be talking about Yankees and strictly Yankees only. This is kind of like what we do. So with that being said, I would love to introduce my first guest, the man who is giving me the pleasure of doing this podcast. I'd like to welcome Mr. KC Wildcard Mar himself to come and join me. So there he is.
JerzeyBoy MJ. What's happening, man?
Wildcard Mar, how you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, and before we get too deep off into the baseball talk, bro, I got to be honest. Let's have a real heart-to-heart moment.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm so proud of you, bro. I'm excited that this is happening. For those who don't know, MJ has been working his ass off. Literally, the guy was just a viewer of our content here at I.O.W. Sports, and he popped on a couple of times, and then next thing I know, he's like, yo, I just got some equipment, bro. I want to do this shit. And next thing you know, I had him on my show, Late Night Owl show. He's been grinding, been working hard, and trying to get this craft down. Do the hard work, man. It's not just showing up and just talking sports, but he's been hey man, I got a loss for words, man. Just the fact that we are here, that we are doing Around the Diamond with Jersey's finest, with JerzeyBoy MJ, man. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm glad we are.
Listen, Lamar, none of this is possible without you, Jamel, Nick. None of this is possible without I.O.W. You guys put out the platform, and just by scoping everything out and listening, you guys got your basketball guys, you guys got your football guys, wrestling guys. I said, you know what, baseball's my passion. Let me try to see what's up with that.
Yeah, man.
And you guys kind of took it and ran with it and allowed me to get this platform to do what I would love to do is talk baseball.
Yeah, and here we are. And here we are.
episode number 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you got something to drink.
Hey, always you I always got something to drink, brother.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Here's to you. Oh man.
All right. So let's kick things off. First, we'll talk about the first topic since it's the first episode. My Yankees, bro. My Yankees. Man, they have been terrible. To say the least. They got one of the highest payrolls in baseball, number 2 or 3.
Thanks.
And they are struggling to score runs, struggling to maintain a 500 record. Currently I believe there are 5 games under 500. They cannot win a series. They cannot. They can't not move up in a wild card. It seems like lately, they can't hit no matter who it is in the lineup. Judge will do his thing. Torres will do his thing. Those are like the 2 consistents. But if you look up and down that lineup, man, it doesn't matter who rolls it out there. Whether it's Cashman making a lineup, whether it's the analytic department making a lineup, these guys cannot hit. You are not putting out a winning product that the New York Yankee fan base come to expect. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm not expecting a World Series title every year because I know that's not going to happen. But with the payroll that you have, you would expect them to compete year in and year out and at least make it to the World Series. And they have not done that in 14 seasons.
In a minute.
So let me ask you, Lamar, what would you do if you were Brian Cashman and you had full reign to do what you wanted to fix that roster? What would you do?
First off, I would actually let my manager manage the baseball team. that would be the start. I would have the guy that I'm paying the payroll. He's on the payroll to be a manager, so let him be a manager. For how I see it as an outsider looking in, Aaron Boone is just just a puppet that is just getting his strings pulled every day to just do out there and just make it seem like he's of something important. So I would start right there. I actually let my manager be a manager. Come on, Aaron Boone's played baseball. He's made it to the major leagues. I'm pretty sure he knows something about baseball. Let him manage. So I would start there.
They did call him Aaron fucking Boone for a reason for a little while, right?
Hey man,
even though they lost that World Series in 2003, but at least he got you there.
I was about to say, hey, come on, he got Yankees history too. Like he's came up clutch in some clutch moments for the Yankees. So give him his just due.
They show that clip quite often.
They show it every year
on the Yes Network.
They show it every year. All right, you're going to see it at least a few times every year. Secondly, I would get rid of all these high-priced contracts. Second of all, I would change my mindset on how you build your team, as in stop going after these. I wouldn't have never got Giancarlo Stanton. I'm sorry. That's just me being honest. I would have never made that trade as in emptying your farm system to go get that trade, and you got to take on his contract that he signed, which was crazy. So I wouldn't have done that. I would stay away from high price contracts and try to find, this is what you have a scouting team for. Go get your diamonds in the rough. Even if you got to do a little, Brad Pitt Moneyball and do what they did, so be it.
They traded for Stanton right after he hit 59 home runs, won the National League MVP,
which I get.
The guy was at the top of his game. Granted, it was a huge contract, so they took that on. But every year following, it's just injury or you suck, or injury or you suck.
The MJ. Remember, he was doing this on the Marlins team that they weren't winning nothing.
But he was playing.
I know he was playing, but he was on the team.
That's my point. He was playing.
He was playing, but he was literally a attraction at a circus. The Marlins weren't winning shit. They weren't winning the damn thing. And he was their main attraction, hitting 50 plus home runs every year. His RBIs weren't high because there wasn't nobody on base. Hitting the moonshots, the solo jacks, 500 plus feet. Oh yeah, it looks good. He was there to try to sell tickets, and he couldn't even do it in Miami. Obviously, they're not selling out nothing. So I mean
Miami couldn't sell out the 2 years they won in '97 and '03. They still couldn't sell out.
And man, he was a main attraction at a Barnum and Bailey's ring, 3-ring circle.
Which I understand to a certain degree. And wait, what up, Mikey? Thanks for tuning in, my brother. That's my MJ17. That's Mike. That's my brother from another mother.
Word. Yeah, he's been through on the late night show before.
Yeah, he's been around. That's my dog. But like I said, when they brought him over, it was a high contract, but he was a star in the making right there.
Yeah.
He was right in his prime, and then he came to New York and just fell apart. The dude couldn't stay on the field, injury-riddled.
He went from a small market to the big ultimate market. He went literally from a minor leagues to the majors.
but that shouldn't matter with injury, though. I feel like maybe if you go into a slump and you don't have as good of a season, but when you can't even stay on the field, bro, and now you're 3/4 of a DH and you're still getting hurt. Yeah. Like there's gonna come a time like they're gonna have to cut their losses and eat that contract because nobody's gonna take that on, especially at his age and the way he's shown to be, constantly on the IL.
Sure.
If you don't want him, you're going to have to literally cut him and eat that contract. And that's sad.
I agree with you. It's going to be tough trying to move him in a trade because you see, here's the thing. When you see what other players do on other franchises, you see a blueprint, and it's hard to just ignore that and say, we still remember the good old days when he's hitting 40 plus home runs. Yeah. Okay. So how many games are you going to get out of him? Matter of fact, you're going to get a crap ton of strikeouts. He strikes out. Stanton is literally one of those hitters where he's swinging for the fences every time. And if he's not
every time
home runs, he's striking out. And just look at all that torque and pressure that he puts on trying to hit the ball so damn hard. That's why he's a big dude. That's why he's always hurt all the time. And
not for nothing, like he uses all upper body too. He doesn't use his legs to hit home runs. Like the way he stands, like he'll stand in the box, and literally like not move, and then like put the foot down, swing all upper body.
Yeah, it's all upper body.
And then he'll bring the back, and then he sits again. He's already in position. Like he don't step out the box. He's ready for business.
All right, so MJ, let me ask you this: where's all his majority of his injuries at?
His legs.
Okay, that's all right. So
dude skips leg day. Well, we always say that on here, right? Don't skip leg day.
Hey, well, he got them little chopsticks.
You got them little blunt sticks, right?
Yeah. Hey, they snap easily.
He's one of the dudes like goes to the gym. He's like pump me up.
Yeah.
I'll skip leg day and I'll just do cardio or play basketball. That'll get my legs strong. You see it all the time. They're like, even when you go to the supermarket, you know what I mean? You're catching dudes like you see,
Yeah. Hey, the Johnny Bravo look.
You know what I'm saying? And they got them little ass twigs for legs. Like, bro, like, do you even go to the gym?
Man, come on, man. You skip leg days, fellas. Hey, young guys playing baseball now. Don't skip leg day. Don't skip it. You know what I'm saying?
Do not do it. Do not do it.
He said, "Don't need muscle for baseball. These dudes need to stretch."
That's my boy. That's my boy Carlos. That's one of my good friends. He's right downstairs. That's my boy
Yeah,
Carlos. Yeah, I mean, me and him say it all the time too. Like, you getting older, you gotta stretch. You gotta stretch. Like, if you don't do leg day, you gotta do something. You can't just fucking pump weights and then expect to hit the ball 504 feet.
yeah. But
It just ain't possible.
I would definitely move off Stanton for real at some point in time. I like I said, I would have never got him. So definitely, one, I would let the manager manage. Two, stop paying these taking on these high price contracts. And sometimes I wouldn't give out that money to players unless I know that they earned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like make them earn it. If I'm going to give you, 30, 40 million a year plus, and I need you to produce like an Aaron Judge on a regular basis. I need you. Hey, what's crazy? How much time Aaron Judge has missed this season, and yet he's still in like some of the top categories when it comes to hitting. That's how good he is. That's how good he has been for the Yankees roster the last few years.
It just goes to show you that he is better than Ohtani.
Hey man,
and I will flex on that every time.
Hey,
if anybody ever wants to have a debate, here is the platform. This is baseball. We could debate Ohtani. We could debate Judge. We could debate anybody you want to. I'm down for it. As long as it's all in good fun.
You can't go wrong.
Nobody steps out of line and crosses the boundary. We could have a great conversation, not a problem. Just don't want,
Hey, you can't look. I'll say this, and we've had this conversation before. You can't go wrong with either one. Here's my thing. At the end of the day, when you slice it up, they both won MVPs. They both are a huge name in Major League Baseball, but it hasn't translated to team success. They're both great as individuals, but their team success just hasn't been there, and it is what it is. So, I mean, look, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. It depends on what you're looking for on your.
You can.
No, it depends on your team, man.
What have I been saying about Ohtani and what happened?
Hey, injuries happen, MJ.
I've been telling you.
2 games though. It's 162 games.
Bro, but when you're this gigantic superstar that the Major League Baseball is trying to put you as, they're putting him on a pedestal, bro. Putting him on a pedestal.
What's happening, Mel?
What's happening, Mel? Shout out to you too. Thank y'all. Respect.
Yeah, that's my guy, King Mel. Check him out on 613 Fate Productions. He be dropping the top 5 moments in wrestling every week. And
nice.
He does in the 4 corners of wrestling. They got a podcast over there. They got more content coming out in September. I'm gonna be a part of that too. So yeah, y'all definitely tap in with Mel.
Y'all are wrestling fans. Listen to my man right there. He just dropped the knowledge for you. Told you where to find it. That's awesome. That is awesome. What up, big bro? I'm gonna have him on a guest. Trying to get him next week on here. He's an old fart. He's an old fart.
I know he's an old fart, but he say he the original OG MJ. He big MJ. Come on, come up, baby.
He's an old fart, so he's got to find a piece of technology that we could do this on.
I don't think we can use 8-track on StreamYard. I don't think it works. So.
Oh, he remembers 8-track. We were live for that 8-tracks and vinyls and stuff. Oh yeah, 64s.
Yeah, you can't get viewership from vinyls, bro.
My brother, he's older than Nick, but he's not as old as Moses. Moses, for Moses of I.O.W, he parted the sea. We all know.
Wow, bro.
I've been around. And shout out to Detroit Mel. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. Shout out to you. What's this guy saying? Yeah, 8-track. Yep, he knows.
Nah, man. Hey, but look,
man. Yeah, man.
I get it. You love your boy Judge, and it's cool. All I'm saying is depending on what your team is looking for, you can't go wrong with either one of them. If you're looking for a guy that's going to play the field, can play left, right, center, DH, and can hit the ball, you go get Judge. If you're looking for a guy that can be used, the same things that Aaron Judge does, but you need another pitcher, you don't want to spend the extra money on a pitcher for financial reasons, and you go get Ohtani. I get that. It makes sense for what you're looking for. You're not going to go wrong. You got an MVP caliber in either one. And
I'm curious to see how this dude could hit. He's supposed to got a torn UCL, right? You can't, he's not going to pitch the rest of the season. I'd love to see what he does at bat now. Like how bad is that elbow where you could still hit the ball 460 feet?
Hey, it's funny you say that, MJ. And we were talking about it on D Mancat Sports Podcast. And
shout out to Jay Jones, 613 Pay Productions, absolutely.
Hey, so we were talking about it, right? And the guest that we had, Coach Berger, he brought up a point. He was like, I don't really think dude hurt. He's like, look at it the same time he did it in 2018 when supposedly his elbow was hurt and he continued to DH. So look what's going on when we talked about all the time. The damn Angels were looking good, and then now they falling out the standings, right?
Yep.
So he's about to be a free agent. Why the hell, as a free agent, why would I go up there continue to be pitching, throwing hard, and throwing all these fastballs, all this torque on my elbow, and I'm DHing for you, and I'm hitting home runs like crazy? Why the hell I'm gonna keep throwing my body out there like that? Because we ain't going to the playoffs. We ain't gonna win no division, and we damn sure ain't gonna win no World Series. So what's the point of me doing all this? And I got free agency coming up, and I got hella money that's about to get cashed. I don't really think he hurt.
Go ahead.
I don't really think he hurt. He's like, yo, bro, I'll DH for you, help you sell some tickets when we ain't gonna sell out this stadium like we've been doing all year. But I'm not gonna keep throwing my elbow out.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because he ain't that good of a pitcher. He dodges teams like the Yankees. Because the Yankees lit his ass up. Every time he's faced the Yankees, they lit him up.
I seen the Orioles.
Every time this year, the two series that they played, it just so happened that they skipped Ohtani's first one and pitched him the next day after the Yankee series was over. And then he was supposedly hurt and coming back after the Yankee series the second time around. When he faces a good lineup, he gets exposed.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying he's a smoke dodger? He be dodging the smoke.
Absolutely. Look at the team. Look at the teams he pitches against.
Hold on, MJ. Is that his fault or is that his team's fault? Because he don't make the rotation.
Bro, when you a starting pitcher, you pitch every 5 days, right?
Hey, I get what you're saying. I'm with you. But hold on. But just check me out, though. Just check me out. What if the Angels are saying like, yo, bro, we need to sell these tickets, man. I need to pitch. I need to have you pitch on these certain days. Because I hear your point. Because they don't put him on a regular schedule like a regular pitcher, 5 days rest and you up on the mountain.
He ain't no Garrett Cole.
Well, no. Garrett Cole is Garrett Cole and as a pitcher. Now on pitching levels, here's the thing. I think Ohtani does have good stuff. But if you compare him to your Garrett Coles, even still your Justin Verlanders, to your Max Scherzers, I wouldn't put him up there with him. You know what I'm saying? Ohtani's not them. Ohtani is not none of them shut down aces of pitchers that's going to give you 7, 8 complete games still and, rack up 10 to 12 Ks. No runs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1 or 2 hitter. He's not doing that. He can. But if you see it, is, hey, man, he killed my Royals this year. Almost no-hitted us.
Who?
Ohtani did. But it was my team. It was the Royals. To your point,
Royals, right?
Yeah, he to your point, he ain't doing that to the Braves. He's not doing that to the Dodgers.
Thank you.
I get your point, but what I'm saying is we can't fault him for that when he's not in charge of the rotation. So I think
let me tell you something. If you are a starting pitcher and you are a baller, right? When it's your time to pitch, every 4 or 5 days,
he should have
you
the
go
energy.
out there.
Well,
You
he
go
should
out
have the
there.
energy. MJ, should he not have the energy? He's only DH and he's not playing the field.
He's a DH. He's a 29-year-old DH, for Christ's sakes. Of course he's not going to get tired. That's why he could go up that bat and be fresh. The dude sits on his ass, and he even said it in interviews. He doesn't practice. He doesn't sprint. He doesn't run. He doesn't want to tire himself out. And the Angels are giving him that luxury.
Hey,
So when you step on the mound and you actually face somebody, you catch the wrath. But
well,
now you're pitching every 5 or 6 days
I hear you.
out of rotation.
I would love to see him in very pressure packed moments. The only problem is his team will never get to the playoffs to see it. So I think the only time we see him in a pressure packed moment was the World Baseball Classic this year. I think that's about as close as it gets.
No, not for nothing. Because if you're the Angels, you're still fighting, for a playoff spot.
They trash, bro. No, MJ, they are trash. They are.
Listen to me. Listen.
They are
Lamar, listen to me. I know they're out of it. I'm just saying, you still have a full month. Let's say the Angels went like 24-3 in September. Not saying it's going to happen, but let's say that it did happen. 24-3 would get them in the playoff. So why not put him out there against these teams that you need to beat instead of facing them against scrubs? Because put it this way, your Kansas City Royals, they're scrubs. And I'm only saying that because
oh no, they are.
no, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's they're rebuilding, got a lot of young kids, so I'll backtrack on the scrub word. Kansas City, they're just
no,
young.
Come on, MJ. They call them what they are. They scrub.
No, because I'm not. This is my first show. I'm not out here to tell me your squad is scrubs, because my second favorite player in the world came from your squad, so I can't say they're scrubs. So
MJ, they 40-91. They scrubs.
They're having a bad season, bro. They won more recently than the Yankees, and that's my team. So respect. So you know what I mean. But let's get back to what I want to do is I want to run down the standings.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I want to see what you got to say about some of these division winners we got going here. All right, we'll start the National League. The National League East, you got Atlanta, 13 games up.
Dominant.
Are you surprised?
No. I mean, they're hitting the damn ball out of the ballpark like crazy. I want to see the mileage on their combined home runs at the end of the season, because I know for real. I bet you they probably got enough mileage from home runs that could probably go coast to coast. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Okay, so then we'll move to the National League Central. We got Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Brewers, sitting at 73-57, 4 games up on the Cubbies. The Cubbies, who I predicted to make the playoffs. Yeah, bro. That's a very good possibility. Barring injuries and maybe just shitty luck.
Yeah.
Braves do look like the team to beat. I'm not even going to try to argue that one. Because it'd
be pointless.
They really got a good team that they built down there in Atlanta. All right, so the Milwaukee Brewers, they're up 4 in the Central. What do you think about that? You think that's safe?
No.
4 games over the Cubs?
No, it's not safe, because I think that's a 3-team race. Obviously, Milwaukee, Chicago, Cincinnati. I know Cincinnati's kind of fallen off a little bit, kind of cooled off. But hell, man, they got that Ellie De La Cruz guy. If he starts getting back on track and being more consistent, because I think he's kind of the footage has kind of caught up to him, and people been able to attack him in certain ways and kind of cool his bat off. So
absolutely, like he came up, this big phenom, and then
yeah.
hitting bombs, and then
Yeah.
the rocket throws from shortstop.
Yeah,
Like you said, teams got footage on him now. Know where his weaknesses, know the strengths.
Yeah.
I still think like Cincinnati, they're trending in the right direction though. They got some good players. Let's develop them. Let's see what you could do with them. Don't just trade them off and try to just rebuild every year. Keep some of these guys and roll with them.
No, that's true. That's true. The only thing is that they kind of been playing 500 ball lately. They have to start playing a little bit above 500 ball. Both the Brewers and the Cub have been playing above 500 ball, so that's kind of not a good thing for the Reds as well.
And the Brewers have won 8 in a row.
Hey,
so that's
Yeah, but I don't think that division is safe between those three teams. So it could, it could easily. I mean, like you said, we got a whole month of September to really determine how that goes. So I think that's going to be a close race. But I want to say this: I'm surprised that the Cardinals did not clean house at the trade deadline, because they are such a huge disappointment. Why didn't you just, you could have flipped that roster? I mean, people would have went crazy for Goldschmidt. People would have went crazy for Arenado. They would have gave you whatever the hell you wanted for both of them.
They got an all-star catcher in Wilson Contreras that they just signed.
Bro, I know this is not typical Cardinals behavior, but damn it, sometimes when you just got some of these guys who are aging, like Goldschmidt, like Arenado, get what you can.
Well, not so much Arenado. Goldschmidt, he's up there. Goldschmidt's like 35, 36.
But what I'm saying is Arenado at some point, because I think they just paid him a couple of years ago too. So, but I imagine you put him on a trade deadline on the market before the deadline, man. Clubs would have went crazy. They'd be like, "What you want? What you want?" Hey, we got.
I even said when Arenado's name was being floated around, dude. If I was the Yankees, I would have went and got him. If he was made available, go and get him.
Salvador Perez, my current favorite Royal. My favorite Royal all time is easily George Brett. That's without a doubt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
Yeah, buddy.
I was able to meet George Brett a couple of times. So real cool guy. Real cool dude.
I'm about to throw you in the headlock, bro. He was always one of my favorite players, growing up. I was handed his rookie card when I was like 8, and I never gave it back because it was a it was a present. It was a present, you know what I mean? Like somebody was divvying up their cards. I'll never give the guy respect because it is what it is. But anyway, he was technically my uncle, and he split up the cards, doubles of this. He would give me one, he'd keep one. He'd go back and forth. And he accidentally gave me his George Brett rookie card. He did not have a double of it. Would you believe this mug called my house like the next day?
Like, yo, let me get that card.
I was like I said, I was like 8. I was like, nah, you an Indian giver. I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
And like from that point on, bro, it was like George Brett I just started following him. It's like, Don Mattingly was my favorite. I just started following George Brett from that point on.
I was fortunate to see the last few years of Brett out here in Kansas City, and he was still producing, man. Just that he got old, and then it was about time for him to walk away anyway. So, but he was still producing in his last few years, man.
Yeah, he was solid player. All right, so let's move on to the NL West. Okay, we got the LA Dodgers, bro.
Yeah, it's theirs. It's theirs. Come on.
Listen, yo, they're 80-49.
Yeah.
Okay, they're 12 games up on Arizona. Arizona came out the gate on fire. At one
Yeah.
point, they were like 40. They were like 45-18 or 45-20 at one point,
Yeah, they were killing it.
and then they just absolutely took a shit.
They took a shit, dog.
Yeah, they absolutely took a shit. There's my man Vinny. My man Vinny. Yes,
What's
sir.
happening, Vinny?
He batted 390. 390 it was Vinny, 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinny's from the Northeast, representing the good old state of Connecticut. Yes, sir. Known that cat about 18 years. One of my closest friends, man. He's solid. But yeah, man, how bad is the Padres?
Man, oh, I'm glad you said it, dog. Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, man.
They're the Mets of the West.
Bro.
Tell me they're not, though.
Oh, they absolutely are. They absolutely are. But what I'm saying is like the Mets invested a lot in their pitching between Scherzer and Verlander.
Yeah.
San Diego, they tied so much money up into their batters, and they still can't hit for shit. Bro, you got Tatis out there. You got Bogarts out there.
You're not
you
even
got
close. You're not even close to one of the best hitting squads out there.
No, bro. Absolutely not. It's like I can't even say his name, but yeah, that last comment, don't put that up. I can't. That's the guy I can't stand him, man. But yeah, with that team that they assembled, with that lineup they assembled, and they can't win a game. 9 games under 500.
Yeah. Trash,
man. That is a disappointment right there.
That's terrible.
Okay, let's switch gears.
Terrible
in my Charles Berkeley fees.
Terrible.
All right, let's go to the AL. Let's go to switch up to the AL West.
Yeah.
This is a tight one, man, because you got, as of right now, as of this show, we have Seattle 74-56, 1 game up on Texas, 1 game up on Houston.
Wow. Where did this come from? Where the hell did Seattle, bro? Seattle's been like kind of lurking in the back for like so long. And then I remember at one point, it was Texas at first, Houston was second, and Anaheim was third. And then just as the season just kept going, obviously Oakland's fifth. Don't need to talk about them. And Seattle was in fourth. Yeah. Well, soon to be Vegas. Anaheim was in third, and Seattle was in fourth. And then next thing you know, they just kept coming, kept going. And then next thing you know, I'm like, wait, what the hell? They're in first place? Like, damn. Bro, I don't even know how they did it, bro. I can't even lie. I really don't know how they did it. Because obviously their defense is good. Their pitching is doing well. So they kind of just Julio Rodriguez is a phenom out there. He's doing this thing. So Seattle just kind of crept up and kind of, they're almost like the tortoise in that story of the rabbit and the tortoise. It just kept it slow and easy. And then next you know, it's getting close to it's getting close to the finish line, man. And they just kept at it. Texas, that their bats are crazy. Houston, I don't know how the hell
I got
Houston.
another piece with the ball on it.
Yeah. This is all good, man. No, this
So,
is
so if I had a gun to your head right now and I said, who's gonna win the AL West? Who you taking?
because it matters on pitching. I would probably go Houston.
Really?
I mean, come on, man. When you get closer to playoff,
They're Houston's 2 back in the loss column to Seattle. They're 1 back from Texas.
yeah.
So you're gonna you go with Houston, huh?
Well, think about it. When you get to playoff time, they've been there, done that. Texas hasn't been in the playoff situation in a minute. They're just now getting right back. Shout out to Bruce Bochy. Matter of fact, he likes to do the turnaround thing. He's great at
He's
that.
the man with the grandmaster plan, man.
Bro, if I know how old he is, and I know how old he is getting. If I was to start a baseball franchise tomorrow and I needed a manager, I would get him because he turns teams around. He does it quickly. Like I don't know how he does it, dog.
And he could also check out tomorrow because he's that old. And no disrespect to the man because he's a hell of a manager. I love the man. Love the man as a manager.
Hey, bro, chill, dog.
Bro, my dog is over 80, bro. He's in his 80s. He should not.
Oh, dog.
He is.
Like
I said, and I love the man as a manager, but the dude's old, bro.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Unless he's got that special juice that's in the locker, he might have a little something, left in him for the next decade.
Now he got some tequila in that shit, bro. I'm telling you, dude. He was like, that's my key to life. Glass, shot of tequila a day keeps the doctor away. I bet you, doc.
Yeah. So my man Carlos says bring him the Queen. So Carlos, let me ask you. I said you'd rather have Bruce Bochy than Buck Showalter?
Hell
That's
yeah!
what you trying to tell me?
Come on, MJ. You know the answer to that, bro. You answer that. You answer that. You know you.
I'd rather take Buck Showalter.
Really? Yeah, come on. Buck hasn't showed that he can that he like Bochy. Bochy going not only is he gonna turn your franchise around, he gonna win the chip. He gets to the World Series. He's won World Series. Hey man, I'm going Bochy all day. Give me Bruce old ass. Buck is cool and all.
Even if health is on the line.
Hey man, give me Bruce.
See, not because of age, but
yeah,
you're right.
Come on,
right, Carl.
Come on. Name your World Series Buck Showalter has won as a manager. Name it. Yeah, you still looking for it.
I was checking my watch to make sure it was working. No, not for nothing. Like I even tell Carlos, because he's a diehard Met fan, diehard Met, diehard Giant fan, diehard Knick fan. We've talked about this many times. Like Buck is a great manager, but it just seems like it doesn't seem like he has as much power, kind of like Boone. Like he's given, like this is what you got to work with. Not so much input on your roster, but more or less told, this is the guys you got to work with.
Yeah.
So when you're kind of told that, and you see what you have, and you're rolling the shit out there, shit is shit any way you look at it. Whether it comes out your mouth or comes out your ass, shit is shit. Man, like lineup wise, pitching wise, like
I don't know where the hell you got that.
All right. I'm serious though. When you look up and down the lineup, and damn well as a manager, like let's say Mets are facing the Braves.
Yeah.
Braves are the best team in baseball, right? Mets go and face them, and you look up and down Atlanta's lineup, you see nothing but all-stars, and on the cusp stars. And then you look at what the Mets are rolling out there.
Yeah.
You stay well look for a game. So, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah. Um. But what was I saying? Oh, like I was saying, like as a manager, you play in the Braves and you see the star lineup, and now you're handed because from what I understand, Buck Showalter don't even make the lineup either. Just like Aaron Boone doesn't make the lineup. They're handed the lineup by analytical team, GM, whoever it may be. So when you're handed this card, and basically like that's your orders. Like, all right,
Wait,
all
hold on,
right,
MJ.
just
MJ, are you saying Buck Showalter is dealing in the same situation that Aaron Boone is?
yes,
Are you serious?
yes.
Come on.
To a certain degree, yes. I do not believe Buck Showalter makes the lineup. No, I don't.
Yo, if I'm him, how is he still wanting to be there, bro? He must want to just be happy and collect these checks because Buck Showalter has been around baseball long enough to manage a team, bro. There's no way he's doing this to like just be like, I'm okay with being a puppet and collecting these checks. He must be okay with just being a front man because that don't even seem like a guy that you would even. Why would you even pay him that much money to be a front man? Buck has lost more knowledge of baseball than anybody probably in this podcast right now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, look what Carlos said. Boom, both New York coaches get Carlo line. I know for a fact that Boone gets it, and like I said, Carlos is a diehard Met fan, and I respect his opinion. And if he's telling me this, he knows that Buck Showalter gets the card too.
That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Overcall Tony fan getting in the lineup.
That's wild.
This lineup and went on tearing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when you don't have that control of who's in your lineup every day and the control of your team, basically, like personnel wise, you roll with what you got. You're giving your lineup and you're giving your bench guys make it work. When you know damn well when you're looking at the card, like, fuck am I gonna do with this? You expect me to do what? Like, you want me to beat Max Fried? You want me to beat Zach Wheeler? You want me to beat anybody
with this lineup?
With this lineup? Are you Bazura?
Trash.
And then you got the Yankees lineup. I gotta work with this. He's in the lineup again. Met.
Trash.
Trash.
Booty juice.
Booty juice, as you call it. Absolutely. Bro, what trash? Hey. Straight trash, man.
That's crazy.
And that's horrible. That I mean, I guess it's what they signed up for, but man, like I said, you can't blame Boone for a lot of things. Everybody wants to chop his head off and say Boone needs to be fired. Maybe so, but if he's not the one so much in control,
can he blame for it? I mean, just come on. If you're just a front man, obviously you're going to take the blame for it, but can you actually be at fault for it? You can't. You are literally, Boone is literally playing with what is given to him. Okay, in the media, he gonna get the blame because he has the title manager. Okay, I understand that. But does he really deserve the blame? He's not the one making the lineups. What exactly is he really doing?
And that's what people don't understand. Like, they say, like, oh, fucking, how can Boone put out this lineup? It's not him. Straight up, it's not him. Like I said, this is what he's got to work with.
MJ, let me ask you this. Is he still doing able to make, substitutions on his own, or does that get called down to him? Is he able to make pitching changes? Is it like I need to know that. I need to know the details on what exactly can Aaron Boone actually do as a manager of the New York Yankees. Can he like make the choice whether we have Bazooka Joe or Double Bubble? Can he make the the suggestion
Hubba
as
bubba.
does he have the choice in Skull? We got Kodiak. Which one we got? I mean, can he make that decision at least? Can he make the decision? Does he get 2 ply or 1 ply?
I believe Aaron Boone is kind of like fruit stripe gum. You know how long that lasts?
Don't at all.
As quick as it took you to get it out of the wrapper to put it in your mouth, that's it. That's as long as it lasts. So now when you're in that position, there's only so much you could do. Like, even if you manage in-game, sometimes I believe that he gets a call from upper management, about like starting pitchers to pull him. Pitch counts. Fucking pitch count, dude. Like guys like Nolan Ryan, 13 innings, 235 pitches 3 days later. Right? Nowadays, guys get around, 75, 80. Let's get the bullpen going. His pitch count's getting up there.
Yo, when did that start happening? I'm used to
when analytics became a big thing.
I'm used to seeing complete games, bro. Now complete games are so rare that they get hyped up. Oh, that's wild, bro. Like, come on, bro. We seen it all the time. Like, it was a badge of honor to every time you went out on the mound to go 8, 9 complete game innings and get as many strikeouts as you can. That was your badge of honor. Like, it was a badge of honor to be pitching, to be the Iron Man, lead the league in innings pitch.
Bro, listen. Guys like Bob Gibson.
Bruh,
these mugs is throwing 30-something complete games.
Yo, these cats need some Satchel Paige in them, man.
Every time they took them out, you knew you were getting at least 9. And if it went to extra innings, they was pitching those too. That's how crazy, not that it's crazy. Like, that's before analytics.
Yeah, Carlos is right. You used to throw as many pitches in the game until you weren't getting guys out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Kind of like it kind of like reminds me of like Major League. Remember when in the first one, when the manager came out and told the dude, all right, I think you had enough. He's like, yeah, I got a skipper. I got, one more in me. He's like, no, I think you've done all you could. Give me Vaughn.
Yeah.
And then the catcher, he's like, Ricky Vaughn? You sure? Yeah, he's due. It's kind of like that nowadays. It's like, all right, I'm gonna pull a guy that's rolling and plug him in for somebody that been warming up in the bullpen. Sometimes, like with me with baseball, you go with your gut, man. You go with what's working. If you see a guy fucking dealing, I don't give a shit if he's got 102 pitches. If he just threw 11 pitches in the 8th inning, you put his ass out there for the 9th. Or vice versa, like 7th inning, you put his ass out there for the 8th.
Yeah.
You got to go with the eye test with baseball, not so much what the analytic team tells you. Analytic tells you, all right, no more than 104 pitches and no more than 7 innings. And the managers kind of abide by that. Yeah. Like me, fuck it. Like I'm in a, well, not the Yankees are in a pennant race, but if I'm in a playoff chase or a pennant race, and I got this dude on the mound that's dealing, your ass is going out there until you give up at least a hit.
Hey man, hey, you take them out when they ain't cooking. They cooking ain't as good.
and especially if you winning, you know what I mean? Like you roll a guy out, you roll him out there. I mean, if you see he's got like nothing left, then I understand, you pulling him. But if this dude's fucking rolling, man, he's got out like, 10 of the last 11. And just because it's getting up to the 8th inning and he's got, 95 pitches, you're going to pull him. Nah, give his ass that chance. Like, put him back out there.
Yeah.
Do it by at least batter by batter. Don't just, suddenly, oh, well, analytics is telling me I got to do this.
I hear you.
Fuck the analytic game, man. I'm a baseball guy. I'm not an analytic guy.
Well, because here's my problem with analytics. I know it's information. I get it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Omar? Shout out to
Omar. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Really appreciate you tuning in.
Here's my thing. I get numbers can help you formulate your strategy and give you valid information. It does. But it also is
to a certain degree. To a certain degree, though.
That's my point, MJ. To a certain degree, because at the end of the day, it's numbers. Sometimes you just gotta stop trying to outsmart everybody and do baseball thinking. Have baseball logic. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to get caught up in the damn arithmetic of it and just think baseball. That's why it helps. That's why it helps when you got baseball guys in your front office.
Yeah.
That's when it helps. Come on. It makes sense. Let's go.
And wait till we have my brother Michael on this show. My brother, he won't toot his own horn, but my brother was a hell of a baseball player. Lefty, pitcher, and a first baseman. When I tell you he had a pickoff move like you wouldn't believe, bro, I'm not bullshitting you. When I can tell you this man could throw a fucking, a knuckleball and that shit will dance.
All right, Wakefield.
He was taught how to throw the curveball at like age 11, 12, something like that. Big, tall guy for first base. Vacuum at first base, dude. Vacuum. Catch anything. That good. But one thing he wasn't good at, like me, was hitting. I was a better hitter than him all around. That was hell of a second baseman, pretty good pitcher. But first base and pitcher, man, my brother learned some valuable things when he was younger from certain people on how to throw certain pitches. And my brother was he was quite dominant, man. Like I said, and he was a lefty. I used to love watching him play. And I'll give you, fuck you, you wish. I was a better hitter than you. Get out of here. I gave you props for first base and pitching, for Christ's sakes, dude. Shit. Yeah, you're right, Carlos. You're absolutely right. Sometimes you just gotta go. You gotta go with what you feel, man. Like if you're seeing something and something's going your way, you roll with it, man. You can't just say, oh, well, Trisha upstairs in analytic department told me, it's better that, it's better that, Lamar faces Matt because it's lefty on lefty, there's a better probability. Not knowing I can hit lefties very well. You know what I mean? Like that lefty, righty shit don't always work.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I'm with you on that. You gotta sometimes stop trying to play the numbers and play baseball. But what you
gotta do?
Yeah.
You gotta bunt the ball more.
I mean,
go with the pitch.
Hey, if it gets you on base, why the hell not?
Dude, they give you, like, let's say you're a righty batter and they're giving you the whole right field open. You tell me as a professional hitter, you cannot adjust your stance a little bit and aim your feet just a little bit towards that way. So when you swing, odds are you're going opposite field with it. A la Derek Jeter.
Bro, I hate the fact that they took out the shift. Because it's not the defense's job to just give you a hit. It's you as a hitter. You need to hit it where they ain't.
Like, I hate it when teams put the shift on, but you know what? That was their choice.
Yeah.
And if you can't adjust to that as a professional hitter, bro.
Bro, if you're hitting less than 100 to the right and you're hitting 400 to the left, 300 in the center, well, of course, your strategy. Where the hell else I'm gonna put the guys? You know what I'm saying? Where the hell else I'm gonna put them? So I mean, I don't know. It's wild. So
My brother said he was a 400 hitter. Motherfucker, if you was a 400 hitter, I was a 450 hitter. Don't
Yo,
get me started. How you hit ask my brother how he ruined his perfect game, strikeouts and everything with a he plunked a female in Little League. In Little League, my brother, I think he had 17 strikeouts that game, and he hit a female named Shannon Paulus.
damn, you remember her name still? I didn't
Oh
even.
yeah. I went to school with her and shit. Yeah, she was 2 years older than me in school.
No,
You
I'm just.
remember too? He fucking hit her with like a curveball, and that ended this fucking no hitter.
Damn. Or the perfect game at least.
Yeah, perfect game, no hitter. He ended it all right there.
That's
Oh,
wild.
no, sorry, not no hitter. He ended the perfect game right there. Boom, plunked her.
Yeah, he did. He put his shit in pop.
Yep, told you. She
Hey,
played
man.
for the Elks. She played for or the team in town was called the Elks. ELKS.
All right, so let me ask you this. How do you think is Minnesota gonna get caught by Cleveland, or do you think that's
Yeah,
their position in the
that's
central?
the last one. I want to get to that real quick before we sign off. I don't see Cleveland. I don't see Cleveland catching them. You know, Minnesota's got a, you know, they got a somewhat solid squad over there. You know, Cleveland. I don't know, man. Like year in and year out, it's like you want to trust them,
But you can't.
and they show you every reason why not to.
No, I feel you.
You know, but
But Minnesota ain't that
I
much
think
better, though. You know what I'm saying? They ain't that much better.
No. I'm not saying they are. I just you know, just the way Cleveland has been. You know, I just they're 7 games under 500. I don't see them climbing out that hole.
I got you.
To catch Minnesota. I really don't. You know, shit. They're fucking 2 games up on Detroit. What does that tell you? You know, and I told Detroit Mel in the beginning of the season, Detroit's not going to be as bad as you think. Yeah, because he was putting them in. They suck. You know, you done it. Detroit's got a nice young team. They're kind of like Baltimore. You know what I mean? Bad for so long. Draft picks, starting to develop guys. You know, if Detroit could keep that team, give them another like 2 or 3 years, Detroit's going to be a problem in that Central. You know, they got some good players.
The Central's up for grabs every year, if you ask me, between Minnesota, Detroit, and Cleveland. It used to be Chicago in there, but I don't know what the hell happened to them boys this year. Like, jeez.
27 games under 500. That's what happened.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so let me ask you this. Hey, I'm actually kind of surprised, bro. Tampa Bay is actually still hanging in there with all this shit they got going on down there, bro. They're losing starting pitchers. Obviously, we know about Wander Franco's situation, and they're still.
We will not speak about that freak.
No. I mean, regardless. I'm just saying.
One band names.
I'm saying in the standings, like with all this stuff that they got going on, they're still only 2 back, man. With Baltimore still heating up, so I'm actually surprised. Tampa Bay still there.
If you remember, in the beginning of the season, on the I.O.W. Show, I had given my baseball predictions on who I thought was going to win the divisions and also win wild cards.
Yeah.
I did not have Baltimore winning the division.
You had them
I had my Yankees, which is obviously they're 19 back. Yankees are 19 back of Baltimore. So obviously that's not happening. But
I was waiting for you, dog. You paused too long. I was like, wait, does he really think he's really gotten hope?
No.
I'm just double checking, dog, because you waited too late to say it. Okay.
Listen, you know, everybody knows I'm a diehard Yankee through and through, but I'm also a realist. I still have hope.
But I was shocked. I know that you're a realist. I was just I was, worried because you was pausing too long. Like, is he just gonna say like, yeah, they ain't winning it? I was waiting. I was like, hold on, you don't think they
Now,
better?
listen, I ain't gonna blow no smoke up your ass. I'm gonna tell you how it is. You know what I mean?
I don't want you near it.
In order for them to even make wild card, dog, they need to go on a serious run, which isn't gonna happen. So
They need a divine intervention.
they're done, right? They're done. But I had Baltimore making the playoffs.
Now you did.
I still think they're a year ahead of schedule.
I think they are though.
Based on the talent that they have and how young they are, I think they're playing excellent baseball, but I still think they're playing a year ahead of expectation.
Facts.
So come next season, I'm expecting big things from Baltimore next year and a couple years, down the road. As long as they keep this nucleus of these young kids, pay them, keep them, you could build something with them. Okay. Tampa Bay, they're the same thing every year. They know how to churn out professionals. Not so much superstars, but they know how to churn out great talent. And then they don't pay them and ship them out. And they just keep churning it over and over and over.
Can't afford
Instead
it, bro.
of trying to stick with something that maybe will get you a title.
Well, but think about it. Think about it, MJ. You keep having this young talent, and you can only get so far with them. And before their value goes up, why not trade them off, get prospects and value back, and just redo it over again? I don't see right now the strategy is working for them because
but they're not winning a championship, Lamar. That's my problem. Like, okay, you could churn out all this talent and then just keep turning it over and turning it over. But don't you want to win as an owner?
But hold on,
a player,
they've gotten the World Series. They just haven't won them, so they've getting
there. They got there. Big deal. They got there and they lost to Philly. So what?
They lost to the Dodgers a few years ago too, COVID year. So
I don't even count that year, but
yeah, I get what you're
just
saying.
Like your Lakers, I won't count that year as you don't.
Nah, I definitely come on. You know me, I don't count that crap. But I'm just saying, like, you got to get to a point. Yes, I'm with you to win the championship, but they have shown that they at least get to a point where you can get real close to a World Series, or you're at least playing for it. So I don't think the strategy.
But then they break it down. Why not try to give it another go instead of?
Well, but you also got to understand, MJ. Tampa Bay ain't a big market team. They can't.
I know, Lamar. I know that. But if you are an owner, right? If you are an owner,
yeah,
and you're on the cusp of being great, where you could actually win the title,
I hear you.
Why wouldn't you try to run it back the next year and the year after, and try to build on that instead of saying, you know what? We made it to the World Series.
Here's my answer.
We're done.
Here's my answer, MJ. Because we talked about this on the Late Night Hour show. Not only can they not afford these players, nobody's showing up to go. So they're not making that much money to even pay these players to stay. Yeah, they're gonna get revenue shares and certain things like that. I'm exaggerating, guys. But
they're shipping guys out prior to their contract being up.
Because they know they can't afford them.
They can afford them, they just don't want to.
Hey, look.
Any owner, if you own a professional team, bro, you know this. If you own a professional team outright, MJ, or you're the majority owner,
I'm gonna put it in a language you can understand. So follow me. I remember back in the day, man.
Listen, I speak 2 languages and partially of a third. So let's see.
Hey, I remember back in the days when I just got my first job at 16, right? And it was this bad little John. She was bad, And hey, I knew she liked to go out and eat. So I got a little money at this little job I got. Hey, I take out to eat. Bam, bam, bam. I get in and I get out. I ski and skedaddle. All right. But I didn't try to make it a long-term thing because I knew Shorty had expensive taste, was always, wanting to eat. I couldn't afford her as a girlfriend, but as a skedaddle moment, hey, I'll pay that dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? But I can't afford a dinner every Friday. So let me go ahead and make sure I pay for this Friday. We're going to have our fun. But I can't holler at you for every Friday of the month. You feel what I'm saying? The Rays are doing the same thing. The Rays know that they are only getting to a certain point with the talent. Hey, I can't afford them on the long term. I can afford them right now. Let's see how far we can get. Hey, maybe we get to the home plate. Maybe we get to the World Series. Maybe we win it. But after that, I got it. I got to move on.
You're fucking. I don't agree. I don't agree with this shit. I really don't.
Hey.
Because, like I said, if you are an owner of a professional sporting team, it don't matter whether it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey. It does not matter. Soccer, European soccer, because not even over here. I mean, shit. Look what Messi just did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't tell me that you can't afford to pay a few players. You got the talent. Pay a couple of these guys, even if you trade their contracts off in a year or two. Try to fucking win one, dude. Go for it. You have the talent. You have the team. You got the pitching, the defense, the hitting. Go for it. Hey. Don't say like, oh, we made it there, but we didn't win. Motherfucker, run that shit back and win it.
Hey, you right. But look what wifey said. That's the bottom line, baby. That's the bottom line.
I understand. Which I understand. I know it's all about business. But But as an owner, don't you want to feel good and have pride in your team? Yo, we won the fucking World Series. We won the NBA championship. We won the Super Bowl. We won the Stanley Cup. Don't you want that as an owner? Not so much. I mean, all the players want that, yes. But if you own a team, isn't that your ultimate goal? I understand money is your, money is your motivation. But don't you want to win? At least just one.
Those who played the sport, yes. Those who are owners that are using these sports teams as another investment to enhance their portfolio, no. It's not about winning. It's about money. It's about making it. And they can still put out a trash product and make money. Think of prime example. What did we talk about the other night when I broke down that Jerry Jones makes $1 billion a year with the Cowboys?
Yeah. Yep.
He makes money.
And that's without even putting a product on the field. That's just
Bruh, it doesn't matter whether the team goes to the Super Bowl, keeps getting stuck in the second round like they've been doing, or go 4-13.
Yeah.
They're an international known team, and they're gonna generate money each and every year. So
and that's exactly how the Yankees have been operating.
Yeah.
They generate the money, they're worldwide known, very popular, but just not putting a championship product on the field.
Yeah, it sucks.
And I don't mean to burst everybody's bubble about the Dallas Cowboys, but the real is y'all suck. And you're not winning another Super Bowl anytime soon.
I knew that was coming, and we ain't even supposed to be talking football.
You know why? Because it's my show, right?
Hey, it's your show, dog. It's your world.
We're not going to talk football, but I'm just going to make statements on football. That's how it goes.
Imagine you out, dog. Flex on them. I feel you, dog.
No, so let me ask you a question real quick before we sign off.
What's happening?
Who represents the American League in the World Series right now? Because I got my two teams, like I got the American League and the National League in my head, but I want to see what you say.
Based off experience and being there, I'm going Houston and Atlanta. That's my World Series matchup.
Houston, Atlanta, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I too have Atlanta, but I
You're
do
going
not have
Baltimore, aren't
Houston.
you?
But
You're going Baltimore, aren't you?
you know,
Oh, you're doing it? Oh, wow.
dude, I'm something,
Man.
something in my gut, bro, is telling me.
You, bro.
Something is telling me Baltimore. They got nothing to lose, man. Like I said, they're a year ahead of schedule.
I mean, you're
And
right.
the way these kids are playing the fundamentals, you know what I mean? Because they're not an all or nothing team.
Yeah,
If you watch like Baltimore play, they play the game the way it's supposed to be, bro.
I feel you.
They got the hitting, they got some power, they got some situational hitting, they got the bunting, they got the defense, they have solid starting pitching, they got back end rotation. Granted, their closer just got hurt, which like fuck them. But if I had to pick a team right now, man, the way they are playing, I would have to go with Baltimore, you know, to make the World Series and then get swept by Atlanta. Maybe 5, but
Nah, give him at least give him the gentleman's sweep. But I think that's the only thing that kept me from saying Baltimore is because at the end of the day, you got to. I mean, you got to deal with. That comes with a different pressure when you're on that stage of a World Series, and none of your guys have ever even came close to doing it. So yeah, I feel you, but yeah, Baltimore's not a bad joint. Orioles do look good, man. They do.
you know, and I'm gonna shout out Anthony Price.
AP.
You know, whether you're listening or not, bro, or tuned in, I'm gonna give you props because I know you're an Orioles fan, and I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey, he was with you on that pick, dog. He was with you on that pick.
Orioles are my pick to come out of the American League for the World Series. I have Atlanta coming out of the National League for the World Series, and I got Atlanta winning 4 or 5. You know, it could be a clean sweep, but Baltimore is gritty. They play tough, so I can see Atlanta. You know, not Atlanta. I can see Baltimore maybe scraping out a win or two. But that is my prediction right now.
Hey, those black
On
unis are fire
on
too.
on Sunday was August 28th, right? August 28th.
27.
August 27th. All right. Sunday, August 27th. I am going with Baltimore, Atlanta. Atlanta wins in 5.
Yeah. Hey, those black unis are fire too.
But things could change.
Always.
As of now, that's the prediction. And that's right. Go Giants. Because I could say that too. Flex on them, Carlos. Go G-Men. That's right, bud.
Yeah. I love it. Hey man.
I love it. You know, my fam tuning in. You know, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. You know, trying to host a show on my own. You know, I had Lamar on here to help me guide me through this. This is a big step for me. I appreciate Lamar, you know, Jamel and Nick and everybody giving me the chance to have this platform, you know, to come on here and represent I.O.W. And I show them, you know, I give them and show them nothing but respect. I love you guys. Lamar, listen, man, you know, I appreciate it. You know, I will do my best not to let you down. You know, I want to come on here week to week and do what we do, man. You know, we chop the shit up. Nothing's gonna cross the line. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna talk baseball. I'll throw in some chimes here and there about my Giants or Knicks, but this is strictly baseball, and it's not going to be predicated on Yankees either. I just want to let everybody to know I am a diehard Yankee fan, but I want to talk baseball. I don't need to constantly talk to Yankees. I'll have my spiel at the end, talk a little bit about them, but I'd like to talk about everything that's going on. Your division winners, I would not, yeah, sorry, your division leaders, who's in the playoff picture, who's doing good now. If there's a big story that goes on, we're gonna cover all that. You know, and if you're a Yankee fan, tune in towards the end of the show because that's where I'm gonna have my rant because there's nothing good to say about them. So I'll give my weekly rant at the end about them, tell you how much they suck, and but I'm open to interpretation to anybody that wants to talk about any team that they root for. If you have any questions about any game, player, team, I'm here to cover it all. I am baseball at heart. And like I said, I appreciate I.O.W. and Lamar and Jamel and everybody giving me this platform to do something I never thought I could ever do.
And
you guys have inspired me, just by watching you guys, listening to you guys, you made me just fall into like another realm. Like, you know what? Like, this shit is fucking cool, man. Like, I love talking sports, but I could talk baseball that I would ever be appreciative to you, bro. I really am, man. I'm forever indebted for you guys giving me this opportunity, and I will do everything I can not to let you guys down. I'm here to support you guys, support the movement. I.O.W. 613 Fate Productions, Man Down Podcast, dude. I love you all, bro. You guys are giving me the strength to do this, man. I really appreciate it, Lamar.
No doubt, man. I'm just glad that this is happening. And y'all make sure I'm gonna plug my guys' shit. Y'all make sure y'all tune in every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, around the diamond. No, with Jersey's finest. I know I gotta. Hey, let's try that again. Tap in every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, around the diamond. Jersey's finest.
And look out for this guy.
JerzeyBoy MJ.
He's always floating in the background somewhere. So anytime, tap the button, my man is in.
You know it.
Just remember that. Like, don't step out of line because if I press that button, Lamar is in. Just to let you know.
You know what it is.
He be lurking. You always gotta watch the watchers.
They watching, right? Always.
All right. So, peace and love to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna tune in again next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna chop it up again, and I will hope to see y'all there. With that being said, salute to everybody. Lamar, thank you, sir.
We out, baby.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right.